So we will be watching those inflows. That's going to be interesting. We will be following those inflows.
Yeah.
On this channel.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, I'm going to follow it whether the channel implodes or not. I'll still be following.
Right. But no, I know what's going to happen. We're going to see massive inflows right into this, just like we're seeing it into Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's not clear yet how much pressure there is in the ETH world. It's a different kind of player. And so remember, if you look at Bitcoin is like the digital gold is what people were calling it.
Right.
It was a way to think of it. And Ethereum was like the world computer, right? Because it has the EVM, the ability to process things, and produce results in another way that Bitcoin cannot. So you're going to see different players and different pressures in that.
Different price action, right? Also,
yeah. But what's not clear is whether or not there's more demand from the broader traditional normies, from people who have heard of Bitcoin, is more than the people who have heard of ETH.
For sure.
And the people who believe that Bitcoin has value don't all believe that other cryptos have value.
Right.
Not everyone is the same, but some people feel like this is the only one, and there won't be any others that yes, there are others, but they won't be like this one.
Right.
And they're sold. They're like married the bag.
Right. Yeah. So, one ring to rule them all. They are just sold on their coin, whether it's Bitcoin. Well, it's usually,
but
it's usually Bitcoin,
right? Because it's been around the longest. They call it the first. It's the innovator, this and that and the other. But the innovator car was like a Mercedes-Benz in the 1880s, and it didn't even have brakes. The wife of the founder had to create brakes. So,
are you serious?
Go chase that story.
Oh God. Some engineer, we don't need brakes on this.
Well,
what do we need brakes for?
To go.
Where do you want to go? We don't want to slow down. Well, there's no stoplights. Why do you want to slow down? You want to get around those horses.
Yeah, just run them over.
So we got the same players. This is going to be interesting. I think this is going to be fascinating for the market.
What was really surprising, and I think one of the things that people don't take into account is that Ethereum is a lot bigger than Solana, and everybody's talking about Solana like crazy right now. Right? Oh, so it's the Solana season and meme coin season with Solana, and Solana's going to do better.
Or it's the next ETF. We've heard that.
Yes, we heard that right after we heard that this one was approved.
Right.
But 2 weeks ago, Solana was something like 70 million or less market cap.
70 billion. Yeah, 70 billion total market cap.
Total market cap. So complete market valuation. ETH went up by 70 billion.
Just this increase.
12-hour period.
Right. That's
right after
mammoth comparison.
The differences are really hard to. Right now, I think Solana's just under 80 billion in value, and ETH is a little under $500 billion.
Right.
So the numbers. You're
totally different.
The order, it's almost an order of magnitude difference.
Right.
It's half an order of magnitude, right?
Yeah.
So that says that when people talk about it, all the transaction and all the activity on Solana and growth potential, yes, but there are bigger players. Ethereum is a bigger player. Bitcoin is a bigger player.
Yep.
And they're going higher.
Right.
So can you get things that make progress on Solana? Absolutely. Will it be here in 5 years or 10 years? I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean, Ethereum has so much. I mean, Ethereum compared to Bitcoin, Bitcoin is just our gold. You can't do as much with it. Like Ethereum, you can do a lot more with it.
Yes.
You can build on. I mean, there's a lot more functionality.
Well, and a lot of things ride on top of it.
That's right.
It's an ecosystem. It's not just a coin.
Right.
It's not just a cryptocurrency or a blockchain. Right. You don't see a lot of things trying to go develop and ride on top of Bitcoin.
Right.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the EVM.
Right.
So you can't run a contract against it, which means you can't live on the blockchain.
Would the BSV people argue that you could run smart contracts on there?
I don't know if does the BSV allow smart contracts. I think they do.
They do.
I think they do.
But you can't on Bitcoin, like on just straight regular BTC. You can't run smart contracts yet, can you?
No engine for it.
Okay.
So it has to It would have to be developed.
I mean,
or a side chain would run it.
Okay.
Okay.
But not yet. I mean, right now, what can you do on Bitcoin? You can do, obviously, on Bitcoin, you can do ordinals.
You can do ordinals.
NFTs, ordinals, same.
Ordinal. Okay. So NFT is, ordinals could be called NFTs.
Okay.
But people in the Bitcoin world prefer their own designation. So they call them ordinals instead of NFTs. And it comes from how you find them on us, in a Bitcoin.
Okay.
The ordinal is the Satoshi in the Bitcoin.
So it's effectively the same thing. I know we could get roasted in the comments when we say that.
No, I want to say that because you don't have contracts and you don't have programmability in the NFT, in the ordinals that you do in the NFTs,
Right.
that they're not quite the same. And like, I'm not aware of anybody using an ordinal as a gated access tool.
Okay.
I'm not aware of anybody using an ordinal as a dynamic image. I'm not aware of anybody using it for anything other than static data. And that static data is limited in volume. Only a certain amount fits in the note field in a Satoshi. So the ordinal represents a specific Satoshi in a Bitcoin. Right. And the individual Satoshi can contain a note field of up to, I think, 2048 characters.
It's not very big.
It's not big. So the things that go on there are either small pieces of art or documents. People are putting documents on there. But you go to ETH and you look at something that's riding on top of ETH, like Cultivate helmets. Now you have a 3D rendered object that you can use in the metaverse as part of your costume for your avatar. You can't do that with an ordinal. That doesn't work.
Right. Okay.
Okay. They're different.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to take you down the rabbit hole for.
It's not for this
why.
video. Right. That's not for this video.
The fact of the matter is they're programmable.
Right.
On ETH, and they're not programmable on Bitcoin.
Which is just what we were mentioning. There's so much more use case built into ETH versus Bitcoin.